Yeah, I love this fucking song. Yeah, love this fucking song. Yeah, what a great song. It's a live stream, bro. It's a live stream. Degenerate Lost or Miss Viper, whatever you want me to call you. Um, I'm gonna get to it in a second. I'm just listening to a rap song right now. What do you mean, poof? Poof, what? You should be restreaming me. You might get some views. No, honestly, I didn't think you were Viper. or Ghost. I just know y'all are like a little clique. If I was going to take an educated guess and seriously tell you who I think you are, I think you're Angelo's wife, but I'm probably wrong. You know, you got a bigger what? Bigger presence on YouTube than me? Probably. But that don't matter anyway. I'm not on here to talk about that. Um, I'm on here to talk about how nothing ever goes as planned for me. You know, um, I never realized how many people would take so much joy with me leaving. Um, this channel here, well, I could explain and tell y'all what happened and why I'm on this channel, but you wouldn't believe it anyway. And I know Stewie and Luna's bunch, and they'll just be calling me a scammer and everything like that when they restream me. See, Degenerate Lost, you're just one of several people that that restream me. You know, there's at least 10, 12 channels that restream me every time I go live. I picked up another one yesterday. Guy named Jeffrey Pagel, or his channel's called The Collector. Y'all sub up to it. Jeffrey's a good dude. I was lurking in his channel the other day. I was trying to remember, but anyway, I was lurking in his channel the other day, and see, me and Jeff, we have a lot in common. We really don't get along, or thought we did at one time, but he's going through it. His dad is in bad health, and he's been taking care of him for a long time. And I don't know the exact situation, but he didn't seem like he was really in a good headspace. And he's like me, you know, with bipolar. Sometimes you wind up staying up for days, and you get confused, and you have visions of grandiose or whatever. There's a lot of things that go with it, but you know, I'm not trying to use that as no kind of excuse or anything for my behavior. I'm like anybody else. And I just I don't feel good today. You know, you're talking about friends there in the side chat. You don't know me, Degenerate. You don't know even what it's like to be me. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I can't make friends online. In real life, I don't think so, Degenerate. Or if you do, I don't envy you. Because if you have to deal with somebody like me, every day it would be hard. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to deal with a bunch of people like me every day. Today has been the worst. It's been the worst day I've had in a while. I wanted to be put in the hospital today, but they don't have room for me. I thought I was going in today. I was so thankful though. Degenerate, I don't make threats to people. People threaten me, and then I come back at them. You know, honestly, I've had post traumatic stress disorder from since I was about age 20. And if somebody puts their hands on me, it never ends well. Now, you like to look people up and you like to look up, information. Well, look mine up. And what you'll see is what happens when people put their hand on me. There's a few people that's been threatening me. The one guy, Boris, I don't get it with him because I haven't talked about him. You know, I didn't strike his channel. I don't know why he wants to go that route with me. But if he does, I promise you, he'll regret it. Now the other guy, Skunk Ape Mysteries, he's been threatening to come up here to my home. And I know he knows where I live and where I'm staying at. And also, everybody knows that my court is on the 25th. So he might show up there. But I promise you, if he does, if that motherfucker comes up here to my house or comes to my fucking court and bother me in public and lays one fucking finger on me, I will beat that motherfucker to death if I can. I'm not going to be bullied and slapped around by no fucking body. If I go to prison, I'm going to do the best I can. Yeah. That's all I know to tell you. I can't even talk. I'm so fucking pissed off. No, I need to be in a psych unit. And I would be if they had a bed, but they don't have one right now. No, they're all full. What's going on, Nelson? See, a lot of people don't know how this court shit come about, how that argument and all this come about. What happened was, I don't like bullies. And me and another guy got to going back and forth. And, at the time I just left my wife, or she had left me and moved me into a 1-bedroom apartment. Well, I get a phone call like I do every day. And he said, well, he said, first, I'm going to get you thrown out of this apartment that you're in. And I said, okay. I said, but I'm already got an eviction notice sitting right here and they're already going to throw me out. I said, so go ahead with that. And he said, well, he said, I guess I'll start with your ex's family then. And I said, okay. I said, go ahead. I can't stand most all of them anyway, which is true. And I knew that if he messed with them anyway, that he would wind up getting in real serious trouble. Anyway, he went down a litany of things that he said he was going to do. He did them. He did them all except one thing. Well, a couple of things really, but anyway, the straw that broke the camel's back about that was when he said that he was going to kill my father. Well, when he said that, that was the straw that broke the camel's back with me. And I was going to do something very bad. And in fact, I left to do it, but I forgot my insulin and my medications. And I 100% cannot function without my medication. And I knew that. I know that about myself. So I turned around and went home. And that's when I had the incident where me and my father, because I was living with him at the time, I was 100% completely indigent. Well, this guy that's I'm telling y'all about, if he had the police out to my father's house, he had them out there at least 50 or 60 times. We had CPS come out there. There's no kids that even lived in the house. I don't know how he pulled that off. He had the adult protective services come out there, look my dad over, make sure I hadn't beat him up, whatnot. But anyway, the incident with my dad, I had been up for a few days and I was manic. And it was just an argument. People argue, but I didn't hit my dad. I didn't lay one finger on my father. Um, you know, he'd tell you that if you ask him. I put a video up and everybody said, "Oh, he looks so scared in that video." No, that was on Christmas when we were having our Christmas dinner and I was sitting on the couch by him and talking to him. And I thought, well, I'll just make this short video. Did it change anything? No, it didn't. I got one apology for people slandering me and convicting me when I haven't even been, to in front of a judge yet. I've been to court for forever, going to court, every court. I'm not. See, that's like Mama T. She said she was going to call me Ernie Jr. I'm nothing like Ernie. Really, I'm not. I'm not running from the charges. I want the court to get the shit over with to where I can have a life again. I haven't done anything. I understand that. But the thing about it is, I've got to go to court. I'm not going to do like Ernie and run and not go to court. But I want y'all to see. I want to see if anybody in this chat, hey Cinnamon Girl, hey Wind, can tell me the only person who apologized to me for lying and saying that I beat my dad. See if y'all can guess who it is. No, you're misunderstanding what I said, Degenerate. I said there's only one person that apologized to me for accusing me of beating my father and lying and saying that I beat up my father. There's people on this platform that made pictures like Steve Billings that he knew were fake. And put them up there knowing damn well that that didn't happen. But I want to see who can guess. You can clip all my shit. Everybody, you don't have to ask to clip anybody's stuff, Luna. You know that. Anyway, the only person that owned up and apologized to it was Katie Klein. And that's don't blame Katie. And she don't like me at all. But that should go to show y'all that even she's not completely bad. But I called it a fake apology because immediately after she did that, then she went and played a video that I've got clipped and over there on my PC right now that I can pull up and play, to where she said that I beat the hell out of my wife, that I'm a woman beater. Mama T said that to me this morning in her chat. She can't stand me because I'm a woman beater. I've never laid a finger on a fucking woman in my life, ever. I had a domestic violence charge years ago, back when I used to drink, and I threw a beer can off the dash and it hit my ex-wife in the face, and I went to jail for it. I went to court for it. I went to domestic violence classes for 2 years. At the end of that 2 years, I was teaching the class, I don't beat women. I don't beat anyone. I don't want trouble. I'm not a trouble. I'm not a trouble causer. I'm a problem solver. That's a long time, degenerate loss, for something that didn't last 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And see, I'm a stepfather, and they turn around and threaten to take my ex-wife's kids away from her and made her testify some kind of way. It's a whole thing to it. Am I ashamed that it happened? Yes, I am, because I was drinking at the time. But did I beat my wife? Did I slap her? Did I do any of that stuff? No, I didn't. That video that Katie plays, I started to play it and put it up and explain it to people so they'd understand. But if I did, y'all wouldn't give a fuck. No, I'm an alcoholic, but I haven't drank, and I don't even know the last time I drank. The only drugs I'm on is the ones the doctor give me. Yeah, if I had some, I'd do it now. I really would. No, it doesn't. And I vowed when I got rid of the last time, when I seen how stupid it makes me, because that's all it does for me, is help me rest. It makes me really stupid. Like I'm stupid anyway, but I'm really stupid when I'm on that. Yeah, weed. No, I'm not denying that, Luna. I just, I had to be careful. I can't say I got a court case coming up that I'm looking at doing, not just 15, I think 30 years is what I'm looking at. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie about it. I didn't say it didn't. I said I vowed I wasn't going to do it anymore the other day. I'm just being honest that if I had it right now, I'd do it. I never did even start messing with that till after I was age 50. There was a guy that's passed away that was a content creator on this platform that told me, and my psychiatrist told me, yeah, you're right, Cinnamon Girl. You don't have to worry about that. I'm not gonna. If I wanted to, I could go out there and get in my car and go get some, but I'm not doing that, am I? Well, if that's so, DGen, that'll be all right. But to me, it's a big nothing burger. Well, that's part of what I take. Well, I mean, we'll see. You're probably right, but it does. If I believe that in my heart, Degenerate, I would leave. I would abscond like Ernie did. Well, I'll tell you what, Degenerate, if I get that and that happens, all they did was put an innocent man in fucking jail because I am fucking innocent. I did not assault a police officer. That is a fucking fact. What happened was And what I was trying to tell y'all earlier is that those police were so tired of coming out to my dad's house, because when I told you they were out there 50 times, I lowballed it to y'all. This guy I'm talking about has a huge channel. He had over 50,000 subs on it, and all kinds of people that was sending people out to to my father's home, and that's what made the police so aggressive. I sit there and watch my father call the police, and when the police came, I stepped out onto the front porch and put my hands straight up into the air. Now, if that's assaulting a police officer, then I'm guilty of it. It's funny to me that the body cam footage is gone. I ain't got no fucking reason to lie about it. If I did it and I did assault or beat a police officer, I would tell it. I would say, hell yeah, I did it. I would. That's another thing y'all fucking people don't know about me. And I'm so frustrated. Hell, I might be better off in prison. Honest to God. Who knows? We'll see, though. But I will tell you this. I'm not going to take a plea deal of any kind. What do you mean 2 years ain't shit? 2 years is a long time, dude. Especially to somebody my age that's got all the shit going for them that I got going for me. I don't know. Why did they do it 4 times, Luna? I mean, I shouldn't even be talking about this. I'm not going to talk about it no more. As a matter of fact, in closing, I would say it's the opposite of right around, because I still am suffering in my right shoulder. Yeah, I've eaten. I'll tell you exactly what I had today. I had a healthy choice, chicken meal, some cottage cheese, and some water. That's what I had. They got me on something called Ozempic, and for whatever reason, that Ozempic just takes away your appetite. But if I don't eat with all the medications that I'm on, from the insulin, yeah, the AIC, mine was horrible. because I didn't even go to the diabetic doctor for 2 years. I never stopped, never took my blood sugar one time in 2 years. That's why they got this thing on my arm now. And what I was going to tell y'all is, it sticks in your arm. It lasts for 2 weeks and it runs off my phone. And it beeps and stuff. It'll start beeping here in a little while if, you know, if my blood sugar goes high or low. Please stop texting me. I told you earlier. No, it's not. It's somebody I thought was a good friend to me. But see, everything I say is a lie. What I planned on doing. And I had it worked out. Was this channel right here that I'm on. There was a lady who was going to run this channel. And this weekend, she was going to have my ex on here. But nothing ever goes as planned or works out for me. And so that fell through. People say, "Oh, Mark, he'll never leave YouTube," and blah, blah, blah. Man, it looks rainy out here today. I hope we don't get storms tonight. I hate storms. Let me open this other side and I'm going to start giving out wrenches. Stewie made a little thing called the Shook report or something. And said that damn, I lost my train of thought. said that I was doing all this for money and to scam people and all this because like I said earlier, when I was living with my father, I was indigent, and the only income I had then, because I didn't have a car, um, was YouTube. And I'm so thankful, so thankful. At the time, me and Tina D were working together, and me and her both were struggling. But I'll say this, I never, ever like to ask anybody for anything. I'm going to the hospital, just not right now. But yeah, I've been labeled an e-beggar because of the past, which I never could understand why. Because the whole reason why I even came on YouTube was to make extra money. No, I don't need anyone to call for me. What was your question, Luna? I'm trying to get on here so I can give out some wrenches. Can you say something in the chat, Wind? I've never had a grievance with John. I could give a fuck less about John Camillo and what he does. You shouldn't have reported nothing because I don't need any help. And if anybody comes out here to try to help me, I won't go with them. Don't be false reporting me. Fucking weirdo. Yeah, I thought about that. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do if I can. That's like Markella come through here a minute ago. I made an apology video to her and I apologized, and that's all I can do. I can't change it. No, I'm not able to sing right now. I appreciate it though. I would. It's getting cold in here, y'all. Hold on. Let me turn this heater on. So what? What am I doing, dude? Can you tell me what I'm doing? What am I doing wrong? I'm just online talking on a live stream. What's wrong with that, dude? I just burnt a fucking channel that took me fucking uh, years to get it monetized, dude. Just telling dad, he keeps on, you've done this so many times, you've done that. Dude, I can't change what I've done. If you can tell me how to do that, please do. Because I don't know how to undo anything. Okay. Luna, the, you know, I don't want to go to prison. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to go, but I'm not worried about that. I'm really not worried about it. How did you enjoy swatting that Chuck E. Cheese, Carlos? See, Carlos calls me a pervert because I went to Chuck E. Cheese with my family, just my family alone. You know how you can rent a Chuck E. Cheese for a party, and I was dancing around and clowning around in there. And ever since then, Carlos has run with that lie that I'm a pervert and was stalking kids in Chuck E. Cheese. Really? Well, what do you want me to do? Native beauty vibes? Don't y'all mods don't block anybody. Just let everybody say whatever they want to say. If you block Carlos, unblock him. I got a big old mouse in here right now in this camper I'm living in. Yeah, don't even time him out. Just let Carlos do what he does. If he spams the chat, then time him out. I'm down because my ex-wife was going to come on here and tell everybody the truth, but it got canceled because her friend who was going to run this channel, which I'm going to keep the channel now and run it, but when she canceled on me today, it just, I don't know. That can't be true because there are no wrenches in here. I blocked a few people. And so, I mean, if it's the ones I blocked them because I wanted to. This is my channel. I care because I'm trying to come into this community, but I got people like Mama T that's sitting up there and lying on me every day. Mama T don't know it, but I know who she is. I know where she is. You know, I don't know if I could get her for slander and defamation. I don't know, but I know I could cost her a lot of money trying. Yes, I do. I feel they do have the right to defend themselves. And I believe in freedom of speech. What are you talking about, Luna? Dude, I ain't played golf. When I was living on a golf course when I met my wife, my ex-wife. You know, I had the whole clubhouse rented, and it was so big that I sub rented out to two other people, and I lived there rent free. And I played golf every day for free. I used to be good at golf, but I don't even own a set of clubs now. No, Steve don't want me back at the asylum. Nah, he hates me. He shouldn't. Golf's not boring at all. When you play it, it's not. Watching it, yeah. Somebody please send Stewie a cash out because I can't. I don't have a cash out. You know, Stewie called me a liar today, which I am a liar, but I didn't lie about that. I don't have a cash out. My cash out used to be $ Mr. T333, and I don't have it. I don't have a cash out. And if anybody doubts it, go on there and try to request it. I don't have one. You gonna call me a liar about that too? Okay. personally, I don't like Melton John, but hey, does it bother me that he's back? No, I take that back. I'm glad he's back, actually, and I'll tell you why. Because day 25 sat over there and was starving and starving and starving out, and it seems like Melton John has give his channel a spark. He actually made some money. We made good money. Hazel gave him a donation, and David James gave him a big donation. That's two people that used to support me, but I ran them off. Yeah, that's true, Vegas. If you're going to come to my live streams when I go live on occasion and you won't rogue mod me, let me know and I'll give you a wrench. Now, they're having a funeral for my channels over on a channel called At Evil Ghosted. And I will be there at the funeral, and I will take the link if I'm given one. Even though me or Ghost don't like each other, I will be there. Kevin and Lips aren't sickos. They're just people like you are. You don't think Vegas Barbie's decent? You're a fucking idiot, dude. Dude, Stewie's the one that caused all that problem between me and Steve. If you want me to go in there and fight with Steve, I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, he's got bigger things to worry about than me right now. At least that's the word that I'm hearing on the street. I'm not going to put Steve's business out like I've done in the past, but just a heads up, Steve, if you're listening, I know what you're going through, and I wish you the best. If anybody wants to drop my PayPal, my PayPal is in the description to the video. I see that the Stewie's going to spam my chat with his Cash App. I wish somebody would send him some money. I would, but I don't have a Cash App. So, see you later, Win. Oh, I couldn't go on the asylum tonight if they paid me $1,000. I got to go to my channel funeral. I don't even know what time that live is. I need to look. Let me look and see right quick. Let's see what we got. It's 6. I don't know if it's 6:15, so it'll be in about 15 minutes. I can't believe what Harvey's done. I mean, I don't know why it shocks me, but I can't believe he did that to Fluttermouse. And it's weird to me, and I get it, but that John and Harvey are back friends again, because I promise to God to you, when I was friends with Harvey De Niro, he he was obsessed with John Camillo the way John Camillo's obsessed with me. I am. You want to see it? STP, you want to see it? I can't wait until I get to where, for some reason, it won't let me go live off my mobile device right now. But at some point when it does, I'm going to, I'm going to be going live, cammed up all the time, just to show y'all how I live. And I don't care who judges me, because I'm not going to be living this way long. I've got a high 6-figure income and a job waiting on me whenever I can get to where I can leave Alabama. I told you, Carlos, I can't come tonight. I've got another stream that I've got to go to in 15 minutes, Carlos. When I tell somebody I'm going to do something, I do it, unlike you. I'm not ashamed of how I live. I like being in this little camper. Saves me a lot of money. Well, I can't believe we got this many people watching in here when I've only got 50 subs. This is crazy. I wish this many people would showed up when I had my 2,000 subs. It took me a long time to build those channels that I burnt. It really did. How you doing, crybaby? Let's go. Where we going? Well, I grabbed up a few today then, because it was like 50 last night. And it says on there, like if I try to go live off my phone, it says I have to get to 50 subs. I don't get it. It's weird. Where we going, crybaby? 81 subs. That's pretty amazing, really. I remember 2 years ago, a little over, I had 3 channels. All of them had 3 or 4,000 subs. And my dad told me, he said, this was during that period when he was being harassed every day and everything. He said, son, I wish you'd just delete them channels and get off of YouTube. And I said, well, Dad, it took me a long time to build these. And he said, I know. He said, but I don't know. I just wish you'd come off there. And I said, well, you know what, Dad, I will. And I went in there and I wiped all them channels. And see, there's a lot of people that'll lie on me and they'll tell you that I'm a ban evader and that I've been monetized and lost monetization, which is not true. That's like Stewie saying that I'm going to be live on this channel all the time, trying to get monetized to where I can scam people. That's not true. I'm not going to monetize this channel. As bad hated as I am by the community right now, and not just this community, but 3 or 4 maybe. It would probably take me another 2 years to get back to monetization to what I used to do in a week. That's how far I fell down the pole. I'll beg to get my monetization. How do you do that? Please, 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 y'all monetize me. Please, please, please monetize me. Is that what you mean? I'm going to beg for it? I'm not a ban evader though. I'm gonna tell you what, I don't know how anybody gets by with ban of 8 anymore. Nicolina can't do it. You know, I think Katie had to put her channel in somebody else's name to do it. All the people that ban of 8, I think they have to put it in somebody else's name to even do it. Not me. If I want to monetize this channel again, I can monetize it, but I don't plan on it. I just like getting the memberships. You talking about December of this year? Why do you keep saying Steve is a forgiving person? I'll tell you what, Carlos. You go over there and you ask Steve Billings if he wants me to come on his panel. If he says yes, I won't stay at the funeral long and I'll come over on Steve's panel. Did you hear what I said, Carlos? I'll go to the asylum. Hell, I'll go now. All right. Think I'm scared to go over there to the asylum?
I'm just saying right now, I had that good line of wait a minute, is Frank the Tank working with Dave 25, and you cut that right off. You were like, no, Steve. I had a show to do specific. I had a show started in 3 minutes. I'm not. Okay. Yeah. What up, Jeff Camp? What up? You know what the problem is? What? You know what the problem is? Yes, we hear you, Larry. Okay. I'm being honest with you. Like, I appreciate Frank getting a membership over there or nothing and everything, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna just. I'll give back $5.
There we go. I just asked him if he wants me to come over there.
Frank, he came up here, but he said he was kicked out over there because he brought up Mark's name. He didn't say he was scamming. He said he brought it up once.
Sure, he did bring up Mark's name. He doesn't need to bring up Mark. This is not Mark's chat. If he wants to go talk to Mark, he can go talk to Mark. If he wants to go talk to
You're saying, I know I shouldn't have done it. I thought it would have been funny, but.
Not funny. What are we talking? Not promoting them. We don't want nothing to do with them. We don't even talk about them up here. I usually call them trash. And people already know what it is.
You see what I'm talking about? That's the woman that I was talking about.
Yes. All right, he's gone.
Well, I don't guess he wanted me over there. I guess I don't know. It looks like my chat's froze up, y'all. Well, I got to shut this one down. I got to go to a funeral. Like I said, it's over on a channel called Evil Ghosted. All I know to tell you is I got a lot of love for all of you. And I'll see you guys over there. Cheese out.